I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is one of the last requests for Felix. Thank you so much for that. People want to request pretty much any type of video, reaction, review, re-review, what have you. You can send the request directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, Coco is a film I had heard of because it won the Oscar for Best Animated Film. It's a Pixar film, and I've liked quite a few Pixar films, my favorite being Wall-E. But I liked Finding Nemo. Not really a fan of the Cars films, any of them. I think they all suck pretty much. The first one is like, Cars 2 is really bad. But I'm not really big on the first Cars. But yeah, Wall-E, I really enjoyed. Finding Nemo, I thought was pretty damn good. Yeah, I reviewed the Toy Story films. Actually enjoyed, after rewatching them again, they were actually pretty good. Now, Coco, I would say it's a pretty decent film. You know, the animation is well done. The story has some good, sweet moments. Has some heart to it. The story of the film is this little boy, Miguel, is in Mexico. He's with his family who hates music because of what happened long ago. Because this man left. The woman that really tells him, hey, we hate music, her mother was with someone who left them. Well, no, let me word it that way. Her mother was the daughter of a guy who left the family to pursue music and never came back. And that's one of the reasons why doesn't want music to be part of this family. But the kid's very adamant and very passionate about this. There's this figure he watches on TV called Ernesto and wants to be like him. And then he realizes that Ernesto de la Cruz is part of his family, he's a relative. So the family itself was not likable to me. Part of me is like, fuck, they sucked so much. No wonder the guy left, if that's how they fucking were. Like the mama of the group, like the oldest of the group, she has this amnesia. She doesn't really say much. She's sitting in the chair. The other one who keeps talking, keeps being a fucking bitch, keep telling the kid, no music. I'm like, you guys are being really fucking bitchy. You and the other fucking rest of the family. And so when the kid's like, fuck this, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, I don't blame you. Leave. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Run for your life. But one thing leads to another. He finds the guitar, he touches it. By touching the guitar, he goes to the land of the dead. And this kid, so adamant, there's a point he gets back to the world of the living, and he still touches it. He's that adamant to be a musician. I will say for the first 15 or so minutes, I'm like, I don't know about this film. Where's this film going? The family seems really bitchy and irritating to me. The kid is okay. Once in a while, he would get on my nerves. Even throughout the film, once in a while, this Miguel would get on my nerves. My kid, fucking hell, just go to fucking LA, go to East LA and play on the fucking sidewalk. Go find Cheech Marin, where he's born in East LA, he'll help you. Actually, Cheech Marin has a little voice credit in this. Which is weird, he only has like 1 or 2 lines, so like you get Cheech Marin, he's only has 1 or 2 lines, that was weird. But anyway, the film really does pick up for me when you're in the land of the dead. Because I like the look, the design of these skeletons. This is their relatives and family and other people and this whole smorgasbord of skeletons. I just like the designs, I like the look of them. And you have this bridge and the landscape. I thought it was very well done on a Pixar level. I would say the story got more and more interesting as it went on. Just as you have like these spirit animals, and then some of his relatives who are dead, they want him back to the living, but they also want to tell him, no more music. He's like, no, I want to find someone who's going to let me play this music and help me get back. So he's going to find Ernesto. Now I will say I saw the twist coming. Let me put it this way. He has a picture, there's no face on the picture of his ancestor who had the guitar. There's no face. You do that for a reason. When you don't have a face, there's a reason a movie does that. It's because he wants that to be some kind of mystery. As well, early on, he says Ernesto's his family. There's something else about that. Because if they don't reveal that early on, why would you have a picture? Oh, they tore it off because they didn't want it. No, there's a reason. No, with movies and writing and screenplays, there's a specific reason you would have that. If it was really Ernesto, the kid would find the face picture and put them together, and that would happen early on. No, it's because it wants to be some kind of reveal, which is what happens. And then this guy who he meets, I'm like, is he going to be the relative? Because he meets this guy named Hector, who can't get through the bridge, and no one no one's put a picture up of him. I'm like, wait, no one's put a picture up of him? Like, he's been ostracized. Meanwhile, in the world of living, we don't want to talk about it anymore. He left the family. I'm like, this seems like the two would connect. So I did think the twist was obvious. You find out Hector is the great, grand-grandfather of this kid. So I wouldn't say it worked as a twist. So when there's this big review, I'm like, I already know this. So I do think that could have been done better. But it's a lively movie. The songs, the type of music is not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I mean, I could deal with it in like a Cheech and Chong film, or Born in East LA, if Cheech or Chong do it, but I'm not just big on that type of music. Just not my cup of tea. I'm more into rock music, or more into I would say rock is my favorite. Heavy metal, that type of stuff. Even classic rock, maybe there's some differences in between, but again, the mariachi type of music just never been my thing. So I wouldn't say I cared a whole lot about the music in this. So that kind of affected my enjoyment out of it, because it's all point of view, it's all personal taste. If you're not into this type of music, I don't know how much enjoyment you would get out of that section of the movie. I would say the Hector character, he wasn't too annoying, he wasn't irritating, he was likable, you felt sorry for him. you come to realize that the Ernesto character, of course, is not related to the kid, which I already guessed. But I did not guess the reason for all this going on is Ernesto had poisoned Hector to steal his songs. So I was a bit surprised by that. And I'm like, okay, there's a certain seriousness. There's certain, I won't say darkness, but there's consequences. There's danger. There's, oh, well, he was murdered by this guy who took his life away from him. Okay, that raises the stakes. That raises the stakes for the ending. That raises the stakes for the finale. There's a certain seriousness. That's not too much of a tonal shift. But it's like, okay, now this guy, think of him more as a villain. There's some good heartfelt moments of, even though I knew it was coming, when the two realize they're related, that's a sweet scene. When you realize what happened to Hector, that's a very sad scene. When the other family realizes what happened and the dead wife that was so upset with him, he starts liking him again, then there's some good heart to it. So that when you get to the kid going back to the real world and he's trying to sing Remember Me to the woman who, Coco, the title character, who had this bit of amnesia, like not be able to remember anything, not saying much. When he starts singing, she snaps out of it and remembers her papa. You see, there's some sweet stuff to it. That's the word I keep repeating, sweet. You know, it's a sweet story by the end of it. I thought it was a story that got better as it went along. You know, the landscape of the underworld. I can't even call it underworld. Like I said, I like the look of the scale spirit animal. Even the kid's dog is slowly becoming a spirit animal the longer he's in there. So it has wings. It's a very colorful film. Overall, I thought it was okay. It's not a film I would rewatch much, honestly. Because again, I'm just not a big fan of the music. Just not my taste in music. And that's a big portion of the film, is the kid wants to be a musician. That's the type of music he plays. And there are moments where he's seen in on Poco Loco or songs of that similar style. But like I said, it told an interesting enough story at the very least. And it didn't feel shallow. You know, I'm a sucker for films that have a genuine heart to it, and I thought this did. I thought that was pretty nice. And there's really, yeah, I hated the family at the beginning. I get why they were so adamant against music, but I can't believe they just came off as incredibly unlikable to me. But you know, by the end, everything works out. I really don't have a lot of like strong reactions to the film Coco. Like when I saw the trailers, I could pass. Even after watching, I'm like, I don't need to watch it again. Yeah, I would not put it up there with WALL-E. I would put Finding Nemo above it. I would put the Toy Story films above it. Okay, it's better than the Cars films, I'll give you that. I can see why it won the Oscar for animated films, considering the choices. What? Ferdinand with John Cena? Fuck no. The Boss Baby? Yeah, Coco is better than those. So, really didn't have much competition, to be fair. But that said, yeah, not a bad film. I've seen a lot worse. Lot worse. Pretty decent flick. And Pixar, they're pretty stellar in their animation. I have not seen all of their films, but it seems like even in their bad films, the animation is pretty damn solid. If they're not, let me know which films those are. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.